Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I have a full body flow for you. So we're gonna be working head to toe, getting everything moving, maybe getting a little bit spicy, a little bit sweaty, depending on where your practice is at. But definitely building a little bit of strength, that connection all the way through, really connecting our body movements to our breath. I do suggest blocks if you like to have those in your practice and you have them laying around. Just anything that is stable today to bring the earth up to you. You can also grab some water. I highly suggest it. Just have it near you just in case. Put on something comfy and let's get ready to flow. All right, my friends, we're gonna lie all the way flat on our backs to start today. So taking it around, slowly lowering yourself down to a comfortable place, settling in to our mats. If you have any tenderness in your low back, you are welcome to keep your feet flat on the mat, maybe walking them out to the outside edge and letting those knees drift in together. Or if you're comfortable, you are always welcome to extend those legs out long, so find what feels good for you today. We'll start today by checking in to our breath, really expanding on that inhale and gently letting everything go. Taking a nice big breath in. Exhale, letting it sink down and out. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling fully. Couple more rounds here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, starting to follow your breath here, settling in to that pace, maybe expanding the inhale to match the exhale. But just taking those breaths through your nose. Feeling the air as it travels up and into those lungs. And then out through the nose. Relaxing the heart rate, softening into the mat underneath you. Just a few more breaths right here, letting your body adjust and settle in. And then as you're ready, return to your natural breath. Let's all bring both of the soles of the feet to the mat, our knees bent here. Taking your hands wherever is comfortable for you, either face down at your sides or maybe tucking the elbows in, palms facing one another. Inhale to lift through those hips, tuck the shoulders underneath you, little baby bridge. Don't worry about pressing up too far, but just engaging the glutes a little bit here, engaging that core, and exhale, release. You can find a little wiggle side to side if that feels good on the spine, or just relaxing down, taking another moment of stillness. And then finding that next inhale, rising back up through those hips, taking it back into our bridge. Exhale, releasing down. One more inhale, lift those hips. And exhale, releasing down. Inhale, sweeping that right leg up to the sky. Point and flex the toes just a few times here. Getting into the ankle, into the calf, a little bit into that hamstring as well. And then keeping the toes flexed, take both hands behind that hamstring, so the upper back of that leg. Squeezing it in towards the body just as much as feels good. So if you want to add a little bit more tension, you can lift the head, neck, and chest, pulling it in nice and close. Or if you need today to be a little bit more gentle on your body, just have it extend long, flex those toes nice and deep. One more breath here. Good. On that exhale, we're going to turn and find just a very gentle figure four here today. Take a second to point that right knee down towards the bottom edge of your mat, opening through the hip really gently. Good. Coming back through center. You could stay right here, squaring off those hips, or keeping the hands out of it, so down on that mat, lifting through the left knee, flexing those toes to come flat. So parallel to the side of the wall. Good. Exhale, let's go and release, taking that right foot back down to the mat when you are ready. Inhale, sweeping that left leg up, pointing and flexing those toes a few times through here, creating that space in our legs. Taking a moment. And then reaching back, flexing the toes, reaching back behind that hamstring when you're ready. Maybe finding that deeper posture, lifting the head, neck, and chest, or just gently pulling on the back of that leg, keeping it as straight as feels good for you today. If a little more of a bend feels more comfortable in your body and you're still getting that stretch through the leg, that is absolutely fine. One more breath. And then on your next exhale, dropping that ankle to the other side, flexing the foot, dropping that left knee towards the bottom edge of your mat. Good. Taking it back through center, taking a moment to adjust, maybe staying right here, maybe lifting through that right foot, coming into your figure four on this side, but very gently. So not stressing about how hard you're pressing, but just giving that glute, that outer glute right here, a chance to warm up, activate, get a little love. Exhale, let's go ahead and release. Take that left foot back down to our mat. Take a second to windshield wiper the knees side to side. Palms can stay wherever feels best for you. Always an option to take them out like a T. One more on each side, giving that back just a little extra love. Beautiful. And then as you are ready, I want you to grab right behind the knee joints here, finding a few big full body rocks. So all the way back and then rocking it on down, getting into that sacrum, the top of those glutes. On your third or fourth, coming all the way up to seated, taking the soles of the feet together, the knees out nice and wide, Baddha Konasana, bound angle, lifting through the chest, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. So pulling through, we spend so much time hunched over here on our phones, computers. Sit up tall, be proud of this space that you are taking up, proud of this body, this spine that is holding you here. Big breath in. On your exhale, just a very gentle forward fold, keeping that head and chest up nice and tall. You can see I've dropped my chin just a little bit towards the chest, still keeping it in line with the rest of my spine, letting gravity do all the work through my legs. I know it's very tempting to fold all the way over, but let's let gravity do some of the work here before we get in to the meat and potatoes of that flow. Good. Inhale, slowly sit it back on up, taking any comfortable, easy seat that feels good for you. Half lotus, fire log, staying in bound angle, crisscross applesauce, wherever you need to be today, that is where I want you to be. Relaxing those hands on our knees or at our sides. Inhale, roll the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, down and away from that spine. A few more times, following your breath. Taking it nice and slow here, settling in to your movement. Last one. And then inhale, returning back through center. Give everything a little shimmy, a little shake, just because it feels good and it's fun. Straightening up through that spine, big breath in. Exhale, dropping right ear to right shoulder. Inhale up through center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, take it over to the right and then walk that left hand out and away from you just a little bit. You can start walking it behind you as well to up the intensity of this stretch here. If you need just a little bit more, taking that right hand, placing it gently on the left ear. We're not pulling on the head, but using the weight of that arm on its own to amplify that stretch through the back of the neck, through the trap, maybe the top of that shoulder there. Slowly release the hand. Walk those fingertips back in and return back to center. Take a second, big breath in. Exhale, taking it to the other side. So when you're ready, holding here just for a moment. And then maybe walking those fingertips out and behind if you need that extra stretch here. And then maybe taking that left hand, placing it on the right ear to settle in, creating that extra space, opening, inviting that room. A lot of us hold tension in our shoulders, and this is a chance to let that go. When you're ready, remove the hand, walk those fingertips back in and return back to center. Take a little rotation in one direction. And then in the other, taking it around. Nice big circles here. And then once that chin comes back to chest, take whatever time you need. We sit up nice and tall back through center. Finding an inhale, reach those arms up and open. Interlace the fingers here, dropping them on the back of the head. Let those elbows point forward and then draw the chin to chest. Feeling that stretch, letting everything soften. Inhale, opening up, rising through the elbows as you lift the chin. Exhale, let the arms relax down. Inhale, big reach back all the way up through center. Exhale, taking left hand to the right knee, right hand back by the sacrum. Very gentle spinal twist, looking over that back shoulder as you are ready. Still sitting up tall through the spine, so if you find yourself starting to hunch that shoulder forward, lifting and then twisting. Inhale back through center. Reach those arms up. Exhale, finding the twist on the other side. So right hand on that left knee, left hand back by the sacrum, tall spine. Looking over that back shoulder. Good. Inhale back through the middle. Slowly unwind. Take any little wiggles, movements that you need to feel good. Maybe a couple more shoulder rolls, a little shimmy. And then we're gonna rock it on forward on to our hands and knees for tabletop position. So stacking those hands under the shoulders, knees under those hips. Pressing in with all 10 of those fingers pads, toes extended out from the knees. Inhale, drop the belly, drop the chest, let the head rise. Exhale, navel tucks up and in towards the spine. Let that head fall, arching up and back. Inhale, dropping everything down. Finding that cow pose. Exhale, arching up and back. Inhale, draw it forward. You can always move with your own breath if my count doesn't feel good for you. Exhale, arching up and back. Couple more rounds here. Really start to follow your breath, moving at a pace that feels right for you today. And then on an inhale, finding that nice flat back, taking those hands a step in front of where they were previously, tucking the toes under, sending the hips up and back, down dog. Press those hips up, melting in to the shoulders, to the chest, pressing in a little bit closer to the mat.
You can always take a second and walk those heels, bending one knee and then the other, if that feels good in your practice, or maybe finding that stability, that strength in staying still. On your next inhale, look forward between those hands. Step both feet up, meeting me in a nice forward fold here. And then slowly rolling it all the way up to stand, making any adjustments you need for our first time standing. Coming towards the front of your space, whatever you like to practice on, whether it's a mat, just your floor, a towel, whatever you need, you have right here. But finding the top of that space so we have plenty of room behind us to move. Inhale, reaching those arms up and open. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips, bringing the hands towards those toes. Nice big bend through the knees, especially for this first fold here. Waking up those hamstrings, waking up the shoulders. Inhale, straighten the legs, halfway lift, hands come to shins, flat back. Exhale, full fold, letting everything drop forward. Inhale, stepping both feet back, meeting me in a high plank. Coming forward onto those toes, taking our chaturanga. You are always welcome to drop down on those knees if that feels better for you here. So tucking the elbows in, coming halfway down. Inhale, flip those toes, up dog. Knees are lifted up off that mat. Exhale, tucking the toes, down dog. Inhale, looking forward between those hands, step both feet up, forward fold. And then finding that next inhale, reach the arms all the way up and open to the sky. Exhale, hands at heart center. All right, 2 more just like that. Inhale, reach those arms up and open. Exhale, hinging at the waist, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, flat back. And exhale, full fold. Inhale, stepping both feet back, meet me in that nice high plank. Exhale, taking your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, look forward between those hands, step both feet up, forward fold. And then finding your next inhale, reaching those arms all the way up and open to the sky. Exhale, hands at heart center. 1 more like that, big reach, inhale. Exhale, hinging and folding. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back, half lift. Exhale, full fold, let it go. Inhale, step both feet back, nice high plank. Exhale, take your flow, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Looking forward between those palms, we step it all the way up, forward fold. And then reaching back up to the sky. Exhale, hands at heart center. All right, switching it up. Inhale, big reach to that sky. Exhale, hinging at the waist. Take it down to the toes. Inhale, step both feet back. High plank. Exhale, dropping the knees to the mat. Bring the hands back under those shoulders, tabletop position. So here, we're gonna press in to the tops of our feet and all 10 of those finger pads, not just your wrists, to lift our knees, finding ourselves in beast. So nice big inhale, lift those knees, little baby hover here, squeeze that core, holding strong, breathing deep, embrace the shake if you're there. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those knees, big toes together, knees out nice and wide, send those hips back, child's pose, melting the head, neck, and chest towards the mat. Big breaths in and out through the nose here. Sinking between those legs, melting that chest down towards the mat. Settling in, settling down. 1 more breath, and then we inhale, lifting through the hips. Stacking the hands back under those shoulders. Keeping those feet flat, we're coming right back into our beast. Inhale, lift those knees, holding strong here for me. Staying right in it. Almost there. So your neck should stay stable here, looking down between those hands for 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees together, and this time bring the knees and the toes all the way together. Send those hips back for a regular child's pose instead of our extended. Option to leave those arms hanging long or draw them back by the toes, melting that head down towards the mat and letting the shoulders soften and roll forward just a little bit here. Breathing nice and deep here still. One more breath. And then on an inhale, slowly roll it on up. Finding our tabletop one more time. We're gonna take our beast. Yes, you can. Stay with me. Planting those hands in, pressing down with the tops of those feet with everything you have. Lift those knees for 10, all the way down. Holding strong, remember to breathe the entire time. Good, almost there. Last 3, 2, and 1. Drop those knees. Big toes together, knees up nice and wide. Taking it back into our extended child's pose. 6 nice big breaths right here, melting all the way down. Listening to your body where it's at, but also thanking it for the hard work that it puts in every single day for you, just moving through your life. We all deserve a little time on our mats to let go of everything else that is happening. I know it's hard sometimes when we do home practice to let go of the things that are happening around you, but try your best to center in and center down just on you and your mat today. One more nice big breath in and out. Good. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, start to peel our way up, stacking those knees under the hips, and then tucking those toes under behind us to send those hips up and back, down dog. Take a second here, really melting in, pressing back, sending those hips up nice and high. Good. And then on your inhale, taking the slowest walk that you can, hands back towards the toes, squeeze that core as you work your way back and in, finding that nice big stretch through the backs of your legs as we end up in a forward fold at the back of your space. Inhale, straighten those legs, halfway lift, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, letting it go, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up and open to the sky. And exhale, hands arrive at heart center. Good. So stepping to the middle or the top of your space, wherever you will have room here. We're gonna place both of our hands on our hips or at heart center, whatever feels best for you. Finding just a little moment of balance here in our practice today. So standing up nice and tall, find a jersey point or a spot that is unmoving on the floor, the wall, somewhere in front of you, and just listen to my voice. Because if you watch me on the screen, I'm moving and you're gonna end up moving as well, because that's what our brains like to do. They like to move when we watch something that's moving. So let's go ahead and bring all of our weight into that right foot. I want you to find your jersey point, squeeze that core, stand up nice and tall. Lifting through just the left heel, left big toe is touching the mat. You can always stay right here. If this is your moment, the spot that you need to balance and work on, stay right where we're at. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper, lifting through that left foot, flex the toes, knee comes up to hip height. Good. Holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it back down, shaking out that base leg. So we've always got those 2 options right there. You never have to go deeper than that if that is out of your comfort zone. Challenge yourself mentally and physically, but also listen to your body and understand where you are at today. So let's go ahead and switch to the other leg. So left leg, stand up tall, abs engaged, lifting through just that right heel. So right big toe comes to the mat, maybe the right ball of the foot if that's a little more comfortable. So right here.
And then as you're ready, lifting through that knee, flexing the foot, staying still for 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Stepping that foot back down, shaking it out, taking a little moment, and we're gonna go a little bit deeper. So we're sort of taking it from level 1 to maybe level 5. So just follow along with me here. Still bringing all of our weight back into that right foot, starting the same way that we have been. Squeeze that core, stand up tall, toes, left toes on the mat, heel lifted. Inhale, lift that knee up. Good. On your exhale, we're gonna work our way into a warrior 3. So sending the leg back, maybe the arms reach back with the foot, flexing our toes here, spreading those fingers, staying strong. Inhale, coming back up through center. Keep your balance, lifting the knee. Beautiful. Exhale, sending it back one more time, kicking back into that foot. And then maybe we drop the hands down, kicking deeper, standing splits, and exhale, that left foot comes back to the mat, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, full fold. So you see I have blocks here. You are welcome to have those blocks under your hands, whether it's in the fold or the standing splits. Finding an inhale, reach those arms all the way back up and open. Exhale, hands arrive at heart center. So taking it to the other side, finding our balance in our left foot, hands start on those hips or at heart center. Squeeze that core as we lift the right heel. When you're ready, lifting through that right knee, finding your balance here before we move on. And then as you're ready, transitioning to that warrior 3, sending the arms back today, spreading the fingers, flexing the toes. Gaze stays in line neutral with the spine. Inhale, drawing it back up through center. Exhale, kicking back one more time. Trying our best to keep that balance. Maybe we drop the hands down, kicking in to that right leg, and then arriving in our forward fold. Both feet next to each other. Head relaxed down. Inhale, hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, reach those arms all the way up and open to the sky. And exhale, hands at heart center. Beautiful work, everyone. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, step both feet back. Meet me in your nice high plank. Running through our yogi flow, taking that vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. So spending a moment here. If you need another moment in child's pose, you can take it, taking 5 nice big breaths right where we're at. Starting to settle in, melting through the head, neck, and shoulders. If you're in that child's pose, just let yourself sink in, enjoy that time, but keeping the hands active. So still pressing those hips back, whether you are up tall in down dog or in that extended child's pose. If you have taken a child's pose, go ahead and work your way up into down dog, meeting us all here. And then inhale, lifting through the right knee, flexing the foot, 3-legged dog. Exhale, stepping it all the way through. So always an option to bring those blocks under your hands here. Or maybe we find that balance, lifting through the head, neck, and chest for high crescent lunge. Keeping a nice big bend through that front knee. Back heel is lifted, but our leg is as straight as we can. Big breath in here. On your exhale, I want you to take that left hand forward, right hand back, twisting open over that right leg. Maybe glancing towards that back hand. Inhale, coming back up through center. Exhale, hands return back down to the mat. Inhale, stepping the right leg back and taking our vinyasa. So chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog.
Taking 2 more nice big breaths right here. Short transition. Good. Inhale, lifting through that left leg. 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it all the way through. Finding your low crescent or your runner's lunge. Inhale, lifting all the way up through that chest. Palms are facing one another, so no fish hands. Stay strong. That energy goes all the way from the toes to the fingers. Big breath in. Exhale, twisting open over that left leg this time. So right arm forward, left arm back. Maybe our gaze looks back towards that hand. One more breath. And then inhale, reaching up back through center. Exhale, hands return to the earth. Step the left foot back, high plank. Take your vinyasa. And all the way back to our down dog. Beautiful. Spending just another moment here. Maybe you drop those knees down. Meet me in a child's pose, your choice. If you are in that down dog, go ahead and drop your heels down, or your knees down rather, and meet us in a tabletop position. If you are in child's pose, lifting through the hips and also meeting us here. When you are ready, we're gonna send our feet to the side or cross one ankle over one another to come all the way on to our bottoms. Starting off, we're gonna go ahead and send both feet out nice and wide, or nice and long, flexing the toes. So sitting in that nice pike fold here, up nice and tall through the torso, flexing the toes to nose. Inhale, reach those arms up and long, but take the shoulders down away from the ears. So retracting that scapula, big breath in. Exhale, finding that forward fold. You can grab the toes here if that feels good, or maybe you just rest the hands on the side, letting them relax ankle, shin, knee, wherever you're at today, but making sure those feet are flexed so we're getting that nice big stretch through that area. Trying to maintain our tall spine. So if you feel yourself starting to banana back or round forward like this, I want you to relax the shoulders down. Focus on maintaining that nice posture here. Big breaths in and out, maybe relaxing the chin to chest. And then going ahead to let yourself soften. If you want to round down just a little bit here, finding that reach. Couple more breaths. And then as you're ready, slowly start to work our way up to a nice tall spine. We're gonna tuck the left foot in to the right, so still sitting up tall, planting the right hand on the shin, reach the left arm up and open, really gentle, baby reach, side stretch, just because it feels good. Good. Inhale, lifting both arms up, twisting towards those toes, and then exhale, folding it over. Nose to big knee, nose to big knee, I almost said, but nose to that big toe, finding that stretch. Big breaths in and out. Settling in. Letting our bodies soften through these movements. With every exhale, you let yourself sink just a little bit deeper, letting go of any of these areas of tension that we're holding on to, whether necessarily or unnecessarily. A lot of times we don't realize where we are holding on to. And these stretches, these postures become so much more than just a movement for the leg or for the hip. but really about releasing entirely through the body. Good. Go ahead and let go of those toes, sliding it back on up. And we're going to take it to the other side. So finding the right foot into that left thigh, planting that left hand down, reaching up and over as you are ready. Nice side body stretch. Good. Inhale, reaching both arms back up and open. Twist the chest so it's toward those toes, flexing the toes, and finding your fold. So once again, relaxing that chin down, nose to knee maybe. Even if you can relax it all the way down, maybe some days it doesn't feel good. Like for me, today, dropping my head down to that knee is not gonna feel comfortable on my spine. So it's having that awareness. I know I mentioned this in other videos, but having that awareness to listen to your body, where it is at each and every time you take a posture, you step on that mat, knowing that some days things are gonna feel a little more intense, and that's okay. We just work through it here. Couple more breaths. Good. Inhale, slowly rolling it back on up. From here, we're going to come back on to our hands and knees. So finding the tabletop position and then pressing our way up into a nice high plank from here. So tucking those toes under, send the legs long, lifting the hips. Slowly and carefully lowering all the way down onto our bellies. Starting off with a little bit of baby cobra. So stacking the hands under those shoulders, tucking the elbows back and down. Exhale, release. Inhale, engage those glutes, press them forward, lifting through the head, neck, and chest, little baby cobra. You should be able to comfortably lift the hands here. Exhale, relax it down. Inhale, drawing it up and back. And exhale, relaxing down. One more time, inhale, engage, reaching up through that head, neck, and chest. Exhale, release, taking it down. Drawing those elbows under the shoulders, palms are suction cupped into the mat underneath us. Exhale, release. Inhale, same motion, but this time we're drawing that chest through, lifting the head. Exhale, soften and let go. Inhale, engage, press it forward, reaching up, creating space in that chest. Exhale, letting it go. Finding these little baby back bends, working to deepen our practice. Inhale, engage, lifting, reaching through that chest. And exhale, letting it go. So option here to just send those hands back by the hips, and you can meet us in a locust right here, or you can reach back for the feet or the ankles, grabbing a hold, flexing those feet. Exhale, relaxing down. Inhale, kicking into those hands, rising through the head, neck, and chest, little bow pose. Exhale, relax it on down, keeping a hold of those feet. We're gonna rise up one more time. Inhale, kick into those hands. And exhale, let it go. Walk the hands down to those toes. Draw the feet in towards the body, engage the glutes for a nice big quad stretch. One of my favorite stretches, you'll see it a lot through my videos, whether single leg or double leg. Exhale, go ahead and release. Taking a moment here, coming into crocodile, elbows nice and flat, hand on top of hand, relax the head down. Few more breaths here, letting that belly expand into the mat underneath you, let the heels drift out. Not fighting against anything. On your next inhale, slowly rise the head. Take the hands under those shoulders, tucking the toes, pressing up and back into our down dog. Once again, taking a look at those big toes, walking the hands back towards the feet. Forward fold, little bend through those knees, grabbing opposite elbows, let the head hang in the middle, ragdoll. Maybe that sway side to side, but relaxing through the back of the neck. Couple more breaths. On your next exhale, let those arms hang long. Inhale, legs go straight, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up and open. And exhale, hands at heart center. Good. Go ahead and step sideways on your mat for me here, bringing those legs out nice and wide, about 4 feet between your big toes, but pointing them in the same direction, so both towards the side of the mat here, or the side of your space. Reach the arms out like a nice big T, and then I want you to shift your weight so that left hip is going back and away, right arm is reaching forward. Gaze comes over that right middle finger. On your exhale, dropping that hand down to a block or your ankle, reaching the left arm up, a little modified triangle or a variation of triangle, I should say. Because we're keeping those toes straight. Our hand is just coming to that shin or the block, still stacking those shoulders on top of one another. Good, one more breath. And then when you're ready, slowly rolling it back up to that nice wide stance, reaching the arms out one more time, reaching forward, forward, forward with that left hand. Send the right hip as far back as you can. And then once you've reached that limit, that's when we drop that hand down, palms come up to the sky. Couple more breaths here, keeping those shoulders stacked. I always have a propensity to open up through the chest a little too much just because it feels good, but try to keep those shoulders one on top of another. Inhale, slowly roll it on up, relax that arm down. Heel toe the feet in a little bit closer. We're gonna come into a malasana or yogi squat. So keeping the chest up, squatting it on down, heels come in to the mat, hands to chest. Chest is lifted and open, chin is lifted, maybe a smile on your face. Settling in, just a few breaths right here. Enjoying our time here. Maybe dropping that chin down to chest if that feels nice for you today. And then as you're ready, taking both hands onto the mat, setting those hips on down, sending the legs out nice and long. We're gonna roll it back onto our spines. You can take your time, a nice slow roll if it feels better for you. Just go ahead and come right on down. Taking a moment here, adjusting and getting comfortable. Couple breaths just in corpse pose. Almost ready for Savasana, but not quite there yet. Good. Placing the soles of the feet on the mat, making any adjustments, maybe lifting those hips, setting them back down to reset that spine. We are going to take it into either a shoulder stand or into candlestick here, so make sure you have plenty of room. If shoulder stand is not in your practice, I do highly encourage practicing it, but make sure you have either someone there to help you or you are very confident and capable in your abilities to not harm yourself. So option number one is just taking both legs extended up long, flexed feet or relaxed toes, your choice today, but making sure those legs are stacked above the hips. You always have the option to bring a little bend through those knees if that feels better for you. For shoulder stand, we tuck the elbows in, lifting the knees, shifting the hips up into the air, reaching up, trying to stack those hips on top of our shoulders, but not crushing down into our neck here. So I have plenty of space, you probably can't tell with the shirt I have on, but in my neck. I'm not sinking into or closing off like here, but reaching tall through my chin. So I have plenty of room to breathe. And then as we're ready to come out, if you're in that shoulder stand, start to bend those knees down towards the head, plant the hands, and softly roll. If you're in candlestick, go ahead and bend those knees, taking them back down to the mat. Finding a second, returning to those nice windshield wiper knees that we did towards the beginning of our practice together here. Just a couple on each side. Settling in. And then as you are ready, we're gonna send the right leg out nice and long on the mat. Hug the left knee up and in to the chest. Give it a big squeeze. When you're ready, draw that knee all the way across the body. Left arm goes out like a T, but try to keep that left shoulder blade firmly on the mat, even if it means you twist a little less deep. Breathing into that belly. Dropping your chin in any direction that feels best on your spine today. So sometimes keeping it in neutral, maybe looking left or right, but wherever you are, paying attention to your body and how it is feeling. Let your body grow heavy. We'll be here for just a few more breaths. And then on your next inhale, take that nice slow transition back to center. Hug the left knee in one more time. And then send the left leg long on the mat. When you're ready, stepping that right knee up and in to the chest. Give it a big squeeze. And then taking our time to draw that right knee across the body. Right arm goes out like a T, still keeping our right shoulder blade on the mat firmly, dropping that chin in any direction that feels best for you today. Couple more breaths right here. And then finding an inhale, slowly roll yourself back through to center. Give that knee one more hug. And planting both of the soles of the feet in the mat, lift the hips gently and set them back down. You have the option to send the legs out long here, or maybe taking them into Baddha Konasana. Or if you want to take Happy Baby, you can reach down and grab the outside edges of those feet, bringing the soles of the feet parallel to the ceiling above you. Maybe a little rock side to side, pulling down on those feet while kicking up into the hands, bending the knees back towards the armpits.
And then going ahead to let go of those feet. Finding yourself in your corpse pose, however that looks for you. Whether you're extended out fully long or you keep those knees bent, maybe throwing a pillow or a blanket under those knees for a little extra support. Take a nice big exhale. Let go of everything that has happened today. Let go of everything that doesn't pertain to you in this moment. Know that you can pick up all of those things later. But this is your time just for you today on this mat to settle in, center down, and just enjoy. On your next inhale, breathe into that belly. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale even deeper. And sigh it out. Last one, inhale. And sigh it out. Now let your body be still on your mat. Soften, grow heavy, and bring your attention up to the point between your eyebrows, your Ajna chakra, or your third eye. And we'll concentrate on this point as deeply as we can as we spend the next few moments in silent meditation. When you are ready, begin to deepen your breath, taking big breaths in and gently out, finding a wiggle in your fingers and your toes, making any soft and gentle movements that feel right for you to reorient to the space around you. And as you are ready, rolling off to your right side and spending a moment there, taking a second, and then gently using your hands to press your way up to any comfortable, easy seat that feels good for you so we can end our practice together. Sitting up nice and tall one final time. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up and open for me. Exhaling, hands at heart center. Thank you all so very much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are at in the world. Om Shanti, Om Peace, and Namaste.